Hey babe, do you mind if I have the last seltzer?
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna go grab a water.
Don't call it a water.
Off to sleep.
Dude, I probably could honestly, because like my parents they drink coffee at like 9 o'clock every night. I don't
Crazy.
understand it.
And with that, let's get back into Season 2 of Icewind Dale. So, where we last left off, you all had met in Bryn Shander when Hlyn Trollbane, a friend of Rinaldi's, had asked you all to help investigate a series of murders that had been happening throughout 10 towns. The murders had been timed with a time of each month where it was the new moon, and you'd realize there had a lot of the different towns gave different sort of offerings to Oral the Frostmaiden, as a way to try and gain some sort of atonement for the eternal winter that Icewind Dale had found itself in for the past several years. For the past several years, there has been no sunshine. There has been only winter, only a kind of greenish, purplish, bluish aurora would cross the sky at night, or actually, I guess in the mid-afternoon, to give the most amount of light in a day. But that was about the best of what they were getting. In that time span, you guys went off and investigated what was happening in... you went east to East Haven and investigated what was going on there. You met a wizard by the name of Dazan, who then turned out... Actually, sorry, that was in Targos. I'm getting myself confused. You went to Targos first, where you met Sephic, who you all believed to be the murderer. You met his employer, a woman named Torga Icevein, who said she didn't really know much about him, but said that she tried to keep her nose clean around him. You all confronted him, you defeated him, and you made your way to East Haven at the behest of Dazan, who had said if you guys were ever in the area, you could look him up. And when the time you got there, he was being burned at the stake and was dead. Perrin had an altercation with the law, just trying to discuss what what sort of laws they had in East Haven. But as you may recall, or don't recall, the town motto of East Haven is "Watch thy purse." Pickpocketing is completely legal there. The laws are a little bit not what you're used to, you could say.
That's where he died, right?
That is where Dazan died, yes.
So could we have pickpocketed him and then just left and then
You could have.
rule of the land?
Dazan, the wizard who was being, I mean, you could
Like
have
we just steal him.
just steal him.
Yeah, like this
Well,
is legal, guys.
It's not illegal. He's also was a corpse. At which point, though, one of you did steal something of his. Q took a ring of the Arcane Brotherhood, which has proven to be more than a little bit interesting for our druidic friend. As you all headed up towards Tourmaline and towards Lonelywood, kind of exploring a little bit more, following different plot markers that were popping up in front of you. One of the big stories that happened was that you met the supposed rescuers of Vom, where you met the gnomish mind flayers who had crash landed in Icewind Dale. Vom gave a piece of his home world to them to help them escape, said that they would be back someday, and they took off, with you all knowing a little bit more of where he came from. Notably, Q tried to learn how to fire a laser rifle and could not figure it out, but I believe you took it anyway.
I still have it.
I think you still have it. You just don't know how to fire it.
Yep.
Then you all headed north to try and... Oh, you're right. That was you headed north to find a gnome. The gnome was working... There was a gnome who was working on trying to fix the winter, the eternal winter. And you discovered a black cabin with a magical device in it that when you all kind of tried to tweak it and turn it and investigate it, it exploded, killing all of you. And you all met Ronald for the first time. Ronald helped you all get back into your corporeal bodies as he kind of fixed the device, and you all were given a blessing from the Morning Lord and restored back to life. And as you left there, you ran into this name that I can never say, but I'm going to try it. It's a good name. Oyamenartark. Oyamenartark. A werebear, a polar werebear, who came by after you all had a near-death encounter with some servants of Oral, true servants of Oral, as you would learn later. These cold light walkers. Rinaldi managed to stay alive as everyone else fell, and kept the party safe while making friends with Oyamenartak and bringing everybody back into the cabin, letting them recover. And from there, you all headed back south, where you followed a wild hare, quite literally, into the woods towards an ancient tomb that was the home of the great white moose that had been terrorizing Lonelywood and the hunters around it. After fighting and forcing the moose into submission, you are all more or less ambushed by Ravison, the Frost Druid. And after a long battle defeating her, you brought the moose back to hit, some level of hit points. Vom befriended the moose. And you all also got a new party member in Blue, the Awakened Blueberry Bush. And with that, you all have headed back out and are... you are on your way out. You investigate... Oh, on your way out, the last thing you all did was investigate the sarcophagus that was on the outside of this ancient tomb. There was an elven mummy who was very confused what you all were doing there, but did have an old vial around with him that he was more than happy to part with. And Perrin, oh so brilliantly, chose to take that potion, and his body grew 3 sizes that day and ripped through his pants full Hulk style. All he has is like little shorts, no shoes, no nothing. And he feels the heat of Ronald that had been filling his body. Ronald has not gotten bigger, just Perrin's big muscles. And Perrin has grown due to some sort of corrupted potion of hill giant strength. Are there any questions?
Yeah, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
The big thing is basically you all were heading back. You know, this is more or less you guys were heading back towards Bryn Shander. You've gotten some clues. The high level piece of this. You've gotten some clues that there's some level of disruption happening south in the mountains. If we go to the map, which I take you to.
Yeah, can we hit tab?
Yep, hit tab. You go to the map, and you all would find that down... Oh, I did mark it. Good. Down here, there's a little mark of where something has been... There said there is some sort of disturbance. Discussions of deep dwarves at the surface, which is very unusual. Usually they live in the Underdark. That was brought up when Yemenartok, I think, noticed Vom's Shardolin axe. So there's some notable plot points, objective markers that you have. To the south, something to do with dwarves. To the east, northeast, there was a sighting of a ship that looked like it was trapped in some capacity in the sea of moving ice. And there was something off to the west a little bit that you all would recall Dazan had talked about, that there had been something there, and as well as the those gnomish mind flayers had talked about there being some sort of old magic there. So, I'd say you guys are making your way back. Perrin, we're gonna go right to you. Perrin, you don't have clothes. What is the first thing that you're doing now to try and solve? Like, how are you addressing this situation? It is 46 degrees below zero.
I turn to the group and I ask my fellow large brethren if you have any extra cloth that you can spare me as I look for more sustainable long-term clothing.
I'm a Goliath, so like I should be able to like get them like one of my part of my outerwear, right?
Yeah, he's a little bit beefier than you. Like he's not taller than you, he's wider than you.
Wider than me.
But like it'd be, it's the, Tommy boy, fat guy in a little coat kind of thing. Which you're welcome to do.
What about Vom?
What about Vom?
Do you have any clothes?
Bomb, can you help? Are you,
I mean, my clothes are mine, so.
My clothes are mine.
Great. I'm glad that's how this is.
All right.
I guess I'll just die.
I'm assuming he wouldn't fit in my clothes.
No, probably not.
Where are we?
I'm not trying to wear anyone's clothes verbatim, like just straight up. I just need something to like wrap.
You guys are in the woods
towel.
north of Tourmaline. You're welcome to go to... You would imagine that you could go to Tourmaline to get clothes if you needed to.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'll give him my robe thing.
All right.
Shawl. Cape. I don't know.
Just to
Fantastic.
get him there.
So,
Great. I'll give it back.
all right. So, you are able to brace yourself against the cold a little bit more. Successfully avoiding, bitter cold and mechanically levels of exhaustion from being out there a little bit too long. So you guys make your way to Tourmaline. I forget, did you guys spend any time in here? I don't think you really did.
I think we just passed through, but
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there was. Yeah, no, it wasn't.
You met Marta. Because I remember the
Was-
joke.
Was Tourmaline? There was somebody that I was trying to meet somewhere, but I didn't do that. It might have been Targos, actually.
I think that was Targos. But here, it'll take us to the map of Tourmaline. So you all are coming from the south into the city. As you all get there, it's the evening, so we'll say you guys are definitely going to be able to find a place to get food and a place to bed, bunk for the night with the knowledge of that you guys have some decisions to make on where to go. Perrin, you need to go. You're going shopping. Is anyone else going to go shopping with Perrin?
Go for moral support, but I'm broke.
Yeah, how much
I don't
money?
know if I
do you
have much money.
Yeah, this could become a problem. How much money do you have?
I have.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Okay.
All right.
Has inflation hit Icewind Dale?
Not yet. Not yet. They're far enough north. They're pretty self-sufficient. And as you walk in, there's a couple stores. Some various bookstores. You go by library, post office, things like that. And you find a place called Opal's Goods and Wares. It's a little wooden kind of shopkeep little place, but looks like they've got snowshoes and different stuff. And there's a little dwarvish woman inside. She's just kind of puttering about, short beard. Oh, hello, dear. What can I do for you? You're a big fellow. Are you not wearing shoes?
I'm not wearing anything.
Oh, she blushes like really, really deeply.
Um,
She looks at Rinaldi. Oh, well,
I would
I'm not
very
one to
much-
judge, dear.
like to wear something, and I could really use some clothes, even if they're not like real clothes. I need like just drapes. I just want to be able to wrap myself in things. Can you help?
Oh, well, I think we can make something work, for sure. Dear, anything I can do for you? Looking at Rinaldi.
I'm just here so that nobody hits him with a frying pan for just barging in naked.
Oh, you're a good friend. That's a fair point. I hadn't really thought about it that way. Most of the time when naked men run into my shop, it's generally a good time, but I can see how that could be taken the wrong way. She hustles into the back.
Sure does.
Let's see. We're gonna roll to see if what they've got for you. That's a 3. She comes back, and it's at first it is. You look at it, and you're like, "Oh, those aren't clothes. They're definitely not clothes." And you were right in that she found a couple blankets and a couple drapes. And they're like pastel. It's like different greens, blues, and yellows. Very springy colors. Things that she's not been able to sell in Icewind Dale for some great amount of time. But it is a thick, heavy fabric. It definitely, she kind of gives it over to you, and you can kind of see, she's like, I'm pretty good with a needle. I can make it, work a little bit this way. I can make a little tunic out of it like this, a jacket. So, will this work? It's shoddy, but it's warm.
Like warm enough?
It's warm enough. It is, but it is pastels. It's like it's patchwork pastels.
I greatly appreciate the opportunity to wear these pastel drapes, rags, etc. I honestly feel like there hasn't been enough prep in this area, so as much as I don't necessarily associate with it, I'll bring the aesthetic to the color and the vibrancy to this extremely pale and cold and.
I get it, dear. You're a bit more of a winter. These are more springs, but we'll make it work.
Yeah, I mean it's always winter here. Like
fair.
it's actually June. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's June.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a minute. She kind of like marks up a couple things and runs back to do like little bits of tunic work. Do you guys want to look around at all? Or are you guys just kind of waiting?
Would like to look around.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check. That's low. There are higher numbers. There are higher numbers.
Not many though, right?
There's a lot of stuff I don't think you're quite sure what some of it is. There's like basic wares, pots and pans, books, bags, the basic stuff. It's it's quaint. Perrin, do you want to look at all?
Please.
No, I'm okay. I'm just cold. I really just want the. I can't think straight. I'm assuming I have. She didn't give them to me yet, right?
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So she comes back and she has a pair of boots that she's kind of eyeballed. Like they're used, like they're worn, but they're good enough. They're like big, like they're covered in what looks like a black bear fur. She gives you the boots. She says, "What do you look like? A size 16, 17, something like that."
I haven't been measured yet.
Oh,
I grew this.
a lot.
today.
I know a lot of guys say that. They haven't
Growth
measured,
spurt.
but whatever. That's fine.
Yeah. So it would be awesome if you didn't make fun of me and my appearance, because I'm rather large and I've grown very quickly, and my hormones have probably changed. I could be very angry, very easily, and I may or may not strangle you to death. I can't say for sure. I'm just fucking cold.
Oh, here you go. She like kind of okay, hands you the boots. She says, "Okay, the boots, the drapes, the blankets, they'll come out to 100 gold."
100 gold. How much do I have? Where's my?
It's in inventory.
Yeah, be in your inventory.
It's been a minute. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Can you do like 50?
I'm cutting you a bit of a deal here.
Yeah, but you're giving me spring clothes in the winter, and you made fun of me, which is kind of rude. And
also,
I'm
they're
very-
literally drapes.
Yeah, like,
They're nice drapes, made from real Faerun linens and such.
great.
So 100 gold.
That's awesome. So 50 gold.
I can take it back if you'd rather not have them.
No, I definitely need these.
Rinaldi would like to step in and offer 75, and we'll be out of her hair.
I'll pay the full 75. 75 sounds great.
All right. Roll persuasion with advantage because Rinaldi's helping you try and cut this deal
Thanks.
with this old lady.
Okay. 14, and then 14.
Yep. Nat one.
Yeah.
She
14
looks.
on the other one.
She says, 85.
Deal.
No, ma'am. I would like for you to remember where this gold must be stored if he has no clothes.
90.
75.
So 80.
All right.
Trust me, where it's coming from, I take that as a bonus, dear.
I like.
Who is this lady?
Her name's Opal. Opal's seen some things, man.
Opal does some things, man.
Where do you think she got those boots? Those are somebody's boots.
Don't want to think about it too hard.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways, so I at this point I just give her the 80 gold.
Come back anytime, dear. Good to see you.
Thanks.
Louis makes a little. before leaving.
All right.
Is everything ready? Am I like putting it on?
Yeah, you've put it on. She's kind of sewed it together. It's definitely not like the best craftsmanship, but like it's warm. You've got she threw in a pair of gloves.
Right.
You kind of find them in the pockets once you've kind of got going, but like
Incredible.
it's you have cold weather clothing now again,
Great.
so you are good to go.
I'm all set.
So while they're doing this, Vom and Q, what were you guys up to?
I'll stand in there.
You're standing.
Yeah, I
You're
was just chilling.
just chilling in the store, or were you going to like the inn where you guys are trying to like stay or do whatever?
Yeah, sure, we'll go.
Okay.
Or I will.
Wait, where are you?
I'm going to
You're at the inn. I'll say I'm with Mom.
All right.
Me and Mom are best friends.
You all walk in. The inn that I believe you all went to, that you've heard of, it's the East Side. It looks like a bunch of single houses that have all kind of been boarded together. The gaps between them have been closed, and it is one single structure of houses that all connect to different rooms. And you walk in, and there is a kind of tall, willowy young woman who is cleaning up some tables. Seems to be it's a relatively late night. She's cleaning up some tables, and you guys walk in. Oh, coming in for a meal or staying the night?
I could use some rest. I'm a grow.
What time is it?
I grew really quickly today.
It's late enough. It's like 8:00. You guys have
Yeah.
done your full day was the moose and some stuff prior. So
And the dead guy.
and the dead.
Are we gonna address that Mark looked at his watch to find out what time it was in D&D?
I did.
Okay.
All right. So, any more to your party, or how many rooms would you like? I guess we've got plenty of openings. 3 rooms. Fantastic. All right. That comes with meals, dinner, and breakfast.
Megan.
And she says, "My name is Marta. Marta Pesco."
Oh, what food and bacon?
Oh, what food? Oh, we're having elk tonight. Roasted elk.
She.
With some of the potato soup. And breakfast tomorrow. Grits and I'm thinking some sort of egg, souffle, something like that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, she could
This is
cook.
the best.
What are you gonna do with your time?
Hmm?
What's Bomb even gonna do with his time?
Yeah.
Sleep in.
You all head in. Marta gives you all a couple of keys. Would anyone like to roll insight of you two? As you're kind of walking around, seeing the inside of this little inn.
Me?
Yeah, either one of you, or both of you.
I did not insight.
That food sounds real good tomorrow. That's a good meal tomorrow. Q, we got anything?
I rolled a 6.
That food looks really good tomorrow. I
You sit
think,
down. I'm all full blue, and then just put him on a chair, like at the table.
oh, thanks, guys. Oh, I haven't really been inside places before that aren't like caves. And oh my god, what's that? And he looks over and he sees like the fireplace is like a roaring fire. He's like, he sidles a little bit over.
I'm gonna pull him or grab him and pull him back. I'm like, no.
Thanks, bud. No, I know a guy. He got turned into a campfire, and it was not great. Not, this. I'm not a burning bush. So you guys kind of hang out in there. There's a couple fishermen. Well, look to be fishermen.
I do want to ask Blue if he eats anything or needs some water or something like that. Are we gonna like put him in a plant or in a pot like every night?
Yeah. No, just every now and then, just a little get my roots in a little bit. Get a little something from Mother Earth, terra firma. Just I guess put me down every now and then. A little water can't hurt. But
Cool.
yeah, no, he's pretty good. Yeah, you guys see a couple fishermen come in. They seem to know Marta. You all kind of overhear. Sometimes they ask about Clyde. And from whatever you can hear, Clyde isn't doing well. So for whatever's happening there, Clyde's not doing great. But she serves them their meal. And I'd say by then, Perrin and Rinaldi, you guys come on in and join. You see this young woman. Oh, you must be with the big fellow and the other. You're all a lot of large adventurers today.
Quite
But,
the observation to make, Miss Marta.
I'm sorry. It's just. Where did you get that coat, sir?
I don't want to talk about it.
Fair enough. I'd like both
It's
of
like
you
the
to
very
roll.
like image of Opal like comes into my head and I'm just like uncomfortable. I felt like that was dirty money. Like I just gave her dirty money. I don't
Speaking of
know
that-
what she's gonna do with it.
I want my coat back.
You want your Coke back?
His coat.
Coat.
Oh, your coat back. Oh, dude, absolutely. Here.
If you have any coke to give me too, that'd be much appreciated.
Yeah, I.
Seems kind of uncharacteristic of you, Vaughn.
It's fair.
It's true. Do you have something that you need to tell us, or?
Is there something about Vom's paladin oath that infers drug use?
I mean, he's got a really big nose, guys.
I mean, here's the thing too. Like, I don't know about wherever it is you're from, but I've heard Icewind Dale has a substantial fentanyl problem.
Vaughn was disappointed when he got to Icewind Dale and you realized that it was actually just snow.
Like real snow. So with that said, you all get. I guess as Perrin and Rinaldi come in, I'd like both of you to roll perception as well.
You got it. I'm gonna roll me some. I'm gonna perceive. So good. 17.
17. All right, both of you catch as she comes in, and it's just because you kind of catch the end of this conversation about Clyde. You kind of catch her. She's kind of thumbing this necklace around her neck. Like every time she seems like she gets nervous, she kind of pulls back up to this necklace with a little ring around it.
Are we able to see anything about the necklace?
It is a wooden. The necklace is a metal chain, and the ring is wood. with two little foxes
Wow.
kind of on like the center of it.
It's just the most beautiful ring on your necklace. It looks like a wedding band.
Oh,
Is it?
it's not. Thank you. Not quite. It was given to me. Well, given to my. It was my father's. And this inn used to belong to she starts to like weep a little bit. She pulls herself together a little, and basically she goes on to say like the inn belonged to her grandparents when they got it from an old woman who took them in when they were adventurers, and all they had to pay her with was this ring for her hospitality. They came to her inn many times, spent their spoils of adventuring and whatnot in the inn, and the woman always held on to that ring though that they paid her with the first time. However, the adventuring life caught up to them, and they came in to settle down and talk to this old woman. And as she took the ring off and said, it's time that I, return the favor. You can have this back. Try and find a place of warmth for you all to settle down yourselves. She handed it to them, and every window in the building broke, and all the doors came in, and a bitter wind blew through the entire house, and she died. And her parents have held on to the ring ever since, not knowing what really happened.
That is quite the story.
It's pretty metal.
It sounds like this place is really important to you, and we really appreciate your hospitality. I see that you're putting so much care into the establishment that you run, and we're all so excited for dinner and for breakfast.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I don't talk about this often, but especially since my father, Clyde, he used to run the inn, and since he's taken ill, I've taken it over. But I believe that this ring holds some key to ending this curse. I do. Anyway, thank you for your kind words.
Of course.
She...
Do more about this at some point? Is that something you'd be open to?
Certainly. Do you...
Oh, you are just the most wonderful. Thank you.
She smiles. She blushes a little. Of course. Thank you. And she kind of picks up the ring a little bit again. She says, do you want to take a look at it now?
Are we all four in the room?
Yeah, I think all four of you guys are already
Okay.
all four of you are together. So she takes the ring off. Again, it is a little wooden ring. I am going to message y'all basically what it looks like. It looks like that.
It's a cute ring. I kind of want that in real life.
As long as the ferret-looking things are real, and then they can like dance around, and then they get back in, like Toy Story.
Would anyone like to? I guess anyone who would like to can investigate it or do whatever you would like to do on it. Say one thing you notice as any of you touch it. It's wood. It is warm. Like it feels warm.
Can I have Ronald check it?
Yeah, roll. Ronald kind of. Oh shit! I can't even remember what was Ronald's voice was kind of like gravelly.
It was dark.
Yeah, it was kind of like
Yeah,
kind of
exactly
like that.
that. That was
We'll say this is Ronald. Fucking Ronald.
You're getting a little like back alley punk kind of vibe in that versus.
Oh yeah, he's kind
he's
of. I don't know. He's
like
kind of Batman.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ronald tells you that there's something magical about it. And you can roll Arcana with advantage.
All right.
From him.
I swear to God, dude. Every time that bee shows up, I'm so hopeful. 14.
14. 4. This is a magical ring. You would have to do a little bit more to like really sit and identify it. But this is certainly a magical ring. It has some sort of distinct magical quality to it.
Can I?
Yes, Vaughn.
I'm gonna do detect good and evil on it.
Yeah. It is. Can you read that spell for me? Exactly what it tells you.
I guess this doesn't really affect. Damn it. Never mind.
It's not evil. Anyone else want to? So, with a 4 Q, you kind of it's a cute ring. It's cute. They make a nice pinky ring.
Kind of want to wear it.
Here, I'm gonna roll something. Let me check some stuff. I might have something for you. Yeah. Yeah, okay. You get in the back of your mind. I'm literally not gonna use Ronald's voice until I remember how it goes, so Ronald tells you that this is a magical ring and he implores you to try it on.
Okay.
Go for it.
No, go ahead.
I say as you're looking at it, one thing you would all notice. I mean, this looks like it would fit on her finger. This would look too small to fit on your fingers.
Right. So like, it would not fit on my pinky finger.
That's what it looks like.
Okay. So
It's a really
I
interesting
basically
phrasing. Try it on.
I'm just gonna like jam it on.
Yeah, and it fits right on.
Wow. It's so comfortable. I'm
Yeah.
actually a little warm now.
Yeah, you feel very warm. Is this
Ronald is like on the beach in Miami right now. Vibes.
Yeah.
Like he feels great.
Yeah, Ronald's straight chilling because you wearing this now. You have an understanding that this is a ring of warmth. That if you were to be wearing this, you would have a resistance to cold damage. And everything you wear and carry are unharmed by temperatures as low as -50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wait, so do I not need these rags anymore?
If you were going to take her ring, if you want this ring,
There's just so much at stake here, right? Like, I wrote a character, and like this stealing this ring very clearly would not be apparent. However, I was just like enlarged, and I'm just not sure of myself. But I'm not gonna take it. I feel great though.
yeah, you feel great. Do you explain kind of like the feeling and like what it is to the rest of the party?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, essentially, everyone like imagine, when you go to bed cold, and that feels nice, and then you wake up really warm and cozy, like Christmas morning. You're in your PJs. For whatever fucking reason, there's a fire downstairs. It's just like good vibes. Like it feels like that. It's just like cozy. I don't feel hot. I'm not. I don't have like meat sweats. I'm not, uncomfortable and balmy. It's just cozy.
Rinaldi, I'd like you to roll insight.
Okay. Stop.
As he is talking about feeling warm, and you've kind of heard the story that Marta told, you remember what happened at the Black Cabin when the weather changed and suddenly you all were ambushed by the cold light walkers and like those little ice devils, and being the only one who kind of was up at the end of it, you recall that this had something that the Frostmaiden had some sort of visceral reaction to anyone trying to defy her vision of cold and her vision of how things should stay frozen, how things should be, and that something like changing the weather or perhaps unnaturally changing, one's resistance to the weather might have been what this story this woman was telling you was about.
So I will just straight up ask her if she has heard any tales of the Frostmaiden.
Oh, the Frostmaiden. Oral. She's... Well, for those that believe it, it's because of her that we have this eternal winter. I couldn't tell you for sure exactly what has caused any of this. But she is certainly in some way a part of it, right? I mean, they say that she lives on a misty island hidden beyond the icebergs of the moving sea, of the sea of moving ice. But they also say that there's a whale with a boat on its back that swims through those waters, diving under the ocean with a boat strapped to its back. I don't know which of these things could be real. Surely there's nothing natural about this winter, but that story is tragic and sad, and it mostly just makes me sad because I've lost my grandparents, who used to tell it to me to remind me of the kindness of a stranger. And I try to repay that kindness to the strangers that come in my doors. But the Frostmaiden, if she is real, can't possibly be out for anything good. That said, she kind of looks around. Hold on, I'm gonna roll or something. She's good. So that said, if it's not the Frostmaiden, I think, and she kind of looks around a little, the Arcane Brotherhood is plotting to take over 10 towns. I heard a rumor that there was a wizard burned at stakes in East Haven who admitted to having been one of them. He said that there were other Arcane Brotherhood wizards lurking among us. I believe that Valish Gant is 100% behind this. There's no doubt in my mind.
Who?
Who dat?
Who is Valish Gant?
Valish Gant, you all can't. You all aren't from the Dale, I would assume, or haven't been here long.
Wait, would I know anything about?
Roll me history. You might actually know this guy.
Ooh, history doesn't look good.
You knew with advantage because you totally are from here. Like, this is totally, like, you're from here, you have advantage on this, no doubt.
Not much of an advantage.
Not much.
But we hear.
It's not a
9.
story that you probably heard the name. It's like one of those things you're like, yeah, that's vaguely familiar.
Would I know anything? Because I don't remember if I read a book on the Arcane Brotherhood or if it was like just a book about magic. It was a while ago.
For another separate reason,
I believe I read a book that like mentioned the Arcane Brotherhood, but I don't remember.
I'd say you can also roll.
You're muted.
I'm muted. There we go. That's better. I'll say you can roll as well because that name strikes a chord with you as well for some
roll
reason
history.
or another. Yeah. Is that a bad one for you? Does that need to be with advantage?
Well, we'll see.
It's not the end of the world.
Maybe advantage.
Yeah, take it again.
Yeah, let's try again. Does that give me anything?
16. He is one of the when you were reading up on the Arcane Brotherhood, he is a name that you recall, as he was a relatively high up member of the Arcane Brotherhood, but kind of disappeared several, maybe 10, 15 years ago. Maybe 10 years ago. She goes on to say that Valish Gant was a kind of a criminal mastermind, according to her. She says, the stories were he was working with the Arcane Brotherhood to take control of Icewind Dale. Some sort of racketeering something or another, trying to get Bryn Shander to turn against Duvessa Shane, the speaker, and trying to have a goal that he would be in charge of Bryn Shander, and from there have control over all of 10 towns. This massive insurrection that he mounted, he didn't end up getting put to death. He was rather instead sentenced to prison, sent to Revel's End.
Where's Rebel's End?
You all would probably know Revel's End. It is. Let's go back to the map. Revel's End is... there we go. Layer there. Revel's End. Ignore the fact it says chapter 2. It is way, way, way far north. Revel's End is the northernmost settlement, remote off the Sword Coast, and it is prison to some of the deadliest and most dangerous criminals in Faerun. Well, so Perrin, do you give the ring back to her?
Yeah.
Okay. She takes it, slides it under a chain. You see the ring shrinks back down, and she puts it back on. Says, "I hope that I've been helpful to you all." And she comes back out with food. Is there anything else you guys want to do for the night before you guys head in to go to sleep and then get ready for your day?
Do we have any more questions for her?
So
Do we think we know what we're gonna do? Like if we were to go to Revel's End, like would there be anything we'd want to ask her before we go? Not saying that's what we need to do, but if we were going to. We don't have to. Forget I said anything.
She comes back. She says, "Well, I don't know when you all will be leaving, but if you're leaving tomorrow, I'll be here. If you need anything, you all have been very kind, listening to my stories and whatnot. But if there's anything else I can do to help you, please do not hesitate to ask." And she makes her way. So, you all, unless there's anything else you'd like to do, you all can head to your rooms. You have 3 rooms. And, it's going to be 3 gold for the night. If somebody's gonna pay for that.
For the whole group?
Yep, that's all. Keep it. She's gonna be nice. All right. You guys get to the next morning. Where are you going? What are you doing? We've added more things to your running clock of events and possible adventures.
So this is just one Q's opinion. I think going to Revel's End would be cool, but I was interested in both the dwarves and the shipwreck. So if anybody has any preferences on what we do next, I think any of those 3 seemed like reasonable places to go. But don't want everybody to speak at once, please.
Sorry, I gotta turn you up. I just realized how quiet. Okay.
What's the closest one?
You all are here.
Wait, is the shipwreck near the Sea of Moving Ice? Because we might be able to do that on the way to Revel's End.
It is that little diamond off to the side. Right over there.
No, not really on the way.
I mean, Rose's End says chapter 2, so I think that's where we need to go, guys.
I'm going to be very, very blunt and say that there are many things in chapter 2, and they don't necessarily need to be done in order. I just can't fix that thing. Because it's got it as text, not as like it's a token, not as a piece of text.
We're still in Tourmaline, right?
Yep, y'all are in Tourmaline.
Okay. I mean, I guess it makes sense to. It's probably the closest thing because the dwarves are like down there, right? They're that blue diamond.
Yeah, they're that blue diamond down there. I will point out that the roads, those dotted line roads, are going to be like super easy to travel. They're really well traversed. Going through the rest of Icewind Dale opens you guys up like that. That's some stuff that you haven't really done a ton of. You haven't gone far into the Dale, I guess.
So do we want to stock up on anything before we go?
Yeah, if there's anything you guys want to do, like it is from here to Revel's End, it is 20 miles through open tundra. Alternatively, I'll give you this is stuff that you guys would know, so I don't feel bad. There's
So the blue diamond just north of us, that's the place where we're at, right? With the moose.
yeah, that was the Black Cabin.
Oh, okay.
If you want, I can show you the Black Cabin. Also says chapter 2.
Oh.
Ta-da. Here, I'll give you these things because these are all the 10 towns of 10 towns. You guys would know what these all are by now. There you go. You've not been to Dugan's Hole or Goodmead yet. Or Bremen, or Caer Dineval, or Caer Koenig.
I think I've been to Dugan's Hole.
Hey man, I don't talk about your free time. But, so you have not visited any of these other towns yet. So if you're worried about how far something is, it's about 12 miles to the dwarf thing from the furthest south town. If that's what you guys wanted to do.
Yeah.
Or it's 20 miles up to Revel's End.
Thinking we do Revel's End.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Fantastic. Alright. So, you all wake up. Is there anything you want to go get before you make your way north?
I'm gonna get me some snacks and some elk meat, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Why do you do that? I don't like that.
That's awesome. Okay.
Did we take a short rest?
You guys took a long rest. You guys went to sleep.
Woohoo.
So we leveled up.
And so you guys are officially all level 5, as you should have been, but yes.
We're already level 5.
Yeah.
So can we be level 6?
No. No. But thanks for asking. I mean, it was A for effort, for real. That's so awesome. I have to figure out how that works now. Okay. So, there we go. All right. You guys head north. The road up through back up to Lonely. What's your route that you're gonna take? I guess are you guys gonna go up to Lonelywood and kind of like skirt the river and go north, or are you guys gonna go out and around?
I think we should skirt the river so that we don't get lost. And I also think that maybe we stop by the Black Cabin on our way.
Oh, okay.
What do we think?
I agree with that.
Cool.
Did you all did y'all okay. All right. So you guys do that. You guys head up towards it's a short trip to Lonelywood. Y'all had the beak
Yeah.
the chugaboos.
Mm-hmm.
So you had 3 of them. So now, once you guys get out into open territory here, through the snow, you're going to that will double your speed. I'm sorry, I'm like going through this now. Getting around. There we go.
Is this like not being able to sprint in cities?
Yeah,
but like once you're in the wilderness, you can sprint and climb and stuff.
Yeah, like once you guys get out there, then you guys can like hop on your axe beaks. Vom, what happened? What do you do? 'Cause I'm assuming your moose hasn't been just following you.
I'm gonna say, hold on, and I just go across like, just in silence.
Okay. So what happens?
The fuck? Supposed to say 10 minutes later.
Well, 10 minutes later.
He just walks up and he's in.
All right. So you are astride the white moose. The rest of you all are on your axe beaks. And I would like for who's going first? Like who's going to be like charging forward?
I think Q has strong tracking skills, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'll take the lead.
Great. Can you roll me a D8?
A D8.
Yes.
I really gotta figure out why my D&D Beyond is like so. It's like the animation just like it rolls at a glacial pace, and it's like really slow. I don't know.
2. All right. So you all are making your way north. Now you can roll me a survival check to make sure you guys stay on track. It's snowy, but it is a dark, snowy morning, but not blizzardy. Nothing too bad. You guys are able to kind of follow. 22, yeah. Yeah, you guys follow the river up. I'd say you even find a nice little spot where you guys can cross without there being too much of an issue with it. You guys all make your way across with your steeds. The three of you on your axe beaks, Vom on his moose. And you all go for a couple of hours. And Perrin, please roll me a d20. It's probably the middle of the afternoon now. Perrin? Hello? Please roll me a d20.
My bad. Where's the
Bottom left.
bottom?
17. Awesome. So as you all are making your way, you see a figure in a large kind of like a long coat, hood pulled up, walking pretty quickly through the wilderness, and it's been hours. It's probably been 4 hours since you all have seen another thing, really, since you left the woods, because you all are basically. Oh, did you guys wanted to stop at the cabin?
If y'all are down.
Yeah.
Okay, so then this is actually right outside of the cabin that you guys actually run into this. This is right outside the cabin. You see individual with the hood pulled up, kind of scurrying along. If anyone... Say, everyone roll me a perception check.
How big is it?
It's about 6 feet tall. Maybe a little under.
14.
14. Vom, you can roll me advantage to try and smell something.
Oh, I don't like that.
Q, what'd you get? 16. You smell something. You smell something that smells like it's been around something dead. And Perrin, you notice they've got very tiny feet for being as tall as they are. Because there's little tiny legs coming out the bottom.
How far away are they?
Probably 40 feet. I mean, they've just, like, you guys arrived at the cabin, you kind of saw they, like, ducked around the corner.
I'm gonna yell it.
As you yell, You see the coat. So they like round the corner, and you hear a unintelligible sound, and then hear the of like a bunch of snow getting kicked up, and someone running. Do you go look, or?
Yeah, let's go. There's probably leaving tracks.
You go. The coat is left behind, and you see 3 sets of tracks heading off in different directions into the woods.
There's 3 little people in a coat, guys.
Honestly, might have.
Q, roll me survival to try and as you look at these tracks.
$19.
There are the tracks are clawed, and you don't know. Perrin, they look like feet. They could be dwarf feet. That could have been Opal.
Great.
You have not seen these around Icewind Dale, but you've heard of them. These little draconic little creatures called kobolds. And you believe that there were 3 of them.
I told you.
It was truly this.
Hey, I recognize that picture.
It was everywhere when the book came out.
That didn't look very nice.
But as far as you can tell, they've run off. So what are you guys aiming to do at the cabin?
Can we fashion a trap for them?
Sure. What are you doing?
I want to like use my rope and like I don't want like classic Looney Tunes, like they're gonna step on the coat to like try and get it, and then it's gonna trigger it, and then it's gonna pull them up by their foot.
Okay.
Just like that.
Just like that.
All right. Make me a survival check to make your rope trap. And I will send you the thing, Mark, in a second. 14. Yeah. All right. You have fashioned a rope trap for these little kobolds.
Does the coat look like it was Perrin's before he big into himself?
Let's find out. It's the kind of coat that he had. It's it's a little ripped up, but it doesn't look like it's ripped along like the arm sleeves, but it's the same style. Mark, I just sent you the thing for what you asked me. All right. So what do y'all? So you have the trap set. How are we waiting? How long are you waiting? You know, it's the middle of the afternoon. Yeah, it's early afternoon. That's like 11:30 ish. At the cabin.
Oh no.
We don't know. Rinaldi, what was you wanted to stop at the cabin? What's kind of the what does Rinaldi do at the cabin when she gets there? There's
Honestly, we were headed in that direction. It just seemed like the thing to do.
okay.
Want to see the trigger anything?
I don't know. I was just wanting to go exploring.
Yeah, there's nothing else. Nothing has really changed. You see kind of the spot where you guys kind of blew out the side wall when that explosion happened. You recognize that, the house was kind of built on a ledge. So there's, that kind of big fall off kind of 100 feet below to like the ravine that leads to the river.
Is Ronald feeling anything being back here?
Oh, it must be nice. It was nice being free. Oh, well. All right, big man. What are we going to be doing now? And you all see the hand come out of Perrin's body a little bit.
I would like to ever so gently just kind of push it back in.
It is hot. He is made of fire.
Literal fire.
He is made of fire.
Mm-hmm. I would not like to do that anymore.
All right. So you guys,
We can move along.
you mark the quick save. You hit the save point at the black cabin. You've set your trap, and then heading on your way towards Revel's End.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So you make your way across the river. Continuing on, you kind of, follow your path well. Still using that 22 on the tracking from Q. You guys find kind of the easiest way for your beasts to kind of help you through. And it comes to around dusk. The sky is that kind of greenish purple as the aurora is, kind of settling overhead. And you see the wind starts to pick up more and more and more. And as it picks up, it becomes suddenly, it starts with, a little bit of wind, a little bit of snow, and it becomes quickly in the middle of where you all are, which is basically here. It is a full blizzard, and you are caught dead in the middle of it. Your beasts are able to kind of keep trudging forward, but you guys can no longer see more than 30 feet in front of you. And it is treacherous at best. With that, I would like another survival check from Q, as you guys all stay together, and Q is kind of your navigator through this. This wind is picking up pretty heavily.
Mm.
You start heading off.
Wait, if I'm holding up the rear, can I also roll an 18?
You manage to see, you know the path you guys had talked about, kind of where you were going. You see Perrin and Q are veering off. They're veering off course.
Okay, my little ducklings.
It is
We'll get back together.
It's howling wind.
So annoying. So I kind of get my ostrich friend to giddy up a little bit further, and I try to reach them as best I can.
Okay. 18, I say you're able to get to them. Vom, I would like you to make a survival check as well to make sure that you keep up.
Question.
Yes.
Is my moose impacted by this at all?
I mean, he's having a hard time too. If you would like to use his, if you would like to use his stats instead, but I don't think his wisdom is better than yours.
And I'm just going to say he's his own person. Like, we can talk to each other.
I will say you can roll it with advantage because you have an awakened steed.
Ooh, big oof.
Rinaldi goes off in front, and you lose track of Rinaldi. So the three of you are together now, and you've lost Vom.
What rope do we have?
You all should have some amount of rope, right?
I have 50 feet. So I would like to have everybody tie together to the best of our ability here. And I would like for us to go find Vom so that we can do the same thing. And then I want for us to try this whole thing again.
Okay.
All right.
Palms.
3 of you are able to tie yourselves together. No sweat. So mechanic... Go ahead.
I know how to survive getting lost, and so I just stop and then stand still.
Okay.
You're right. Must have been a Girl Scout.
Because I was going to say, the mechanically what was going to happen is each time you all try to find each other, you're going to roll a survival check, and if you keep missing, the DC is 15 right now, and if you keep missing, the DC will get harder and harder to keep finding him. So, it is a DC 15 check to go find Vom.
For survival?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Bingo. So, Vom very astutely stays still, and you all find him. He and his moose have stopped exactly where they are as they stopped realizing that they knew where anybody else was. You all tie yourselves together, and let's give us one more check for the party, for whoever's leading the way, to now lead us through this blizzard.
Survival again?
Yes, sir. There you go. Fantastic. You make your way through. You've acclimated to what's going on. You all can barely hear each other, but you're tied together, you're connected, and as you are rolling through, this thing, let me go down here, and you see a thing that I can only describe as a as you are walking through, you see there's a small mound on the ground, that the snow is kind of building up around. And it looks like you see feathers sticking out from it. Dark brownish white, flecked feathers sticking out from this mound. And as you all, it is pretty much directly in your path. It looks like they've hunkered down in some capacity because of the blizzard. What would you guys like to do?
What does it look like again?
Right now, it's just, it looks like there's something that has feathers that is kind of like, you see some feathers sticking out from a large mound of snow in front of you.
Also, just wanted to do a time check.
Yeah. We're going to be kind of where we get to here is kind of where we're going to be leaving off.
I'll walk up to him.
You walk up to him. I think with that, you walk up and a lull kind of has come in this blizzard a little bit, enough that you hear a deafening screech.
Oh, good.
As the snow flaps out, and a creature that has the body of a bird, the face of like a deer with pointed teeth and antlers, screeches out and basically smashes, like basically goes right for you, Vom, and I'm going to need you to make a strength saving throw.
Jeez.
Can't go walking in the tall grass.
It's dangerous to go alone.
Weird.
16. All right. This is actually going to be contested. That's a D12. No, I need much higher numbers than 12. Okay. It pushes you. You almost fall off your mount, but you don't. And as you do that, you see another one screech and fly out. And these two creatures are circling the party. And we will start next time with everyone rolling initiative.
Welcome, guys.
Thanks.
Not to poke the bird bear, dear.
There you go. That's what popped up in front of y'all. Perrin will go in the next episode.
Ooh, I'm saving that initiative.
Does it mean I go first?
You could consider it that everyone else has a surprise round and you go first in the next round.
Great.
I mean, it is a circle. He kind of goes around. Well, we did it, guys.
Right.
We're back.
We're back.
Yay.
I mean, you guys are watching Circle of Time, right? Or whatever. Yeah. Wheel of Time. It's everything's wheel cycle. When you watch Gurren Lagann, we got the spiral force. Everything goes round and round.
Oh, that that's how that is. Oops. Well, let's just do this. And then do that.
I'm gonna go sleepy.
Okay, go
Catch
sleepy.
you guys later. Good to be back.